Adam Freitas versus Matt Suckolotiuk. Our tale of the tape is presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink.
And Sean, you can see there's a slight height difference. Not much in anything else. Suckolotiuk does have his hands a little bit bigger. Let's see if that can make any difference. Very similar on tail of the tape as far as reach goes.
Hello, hello, hello. Edmonton! BKFC has finally arrived to Canada! Welcome one and all to the River Cree Resort Casino, and welcome to the ultimate proving ground. This is BKFC Prospects Series Canada. We are set for our opening fight of the night, scheduled for 5 two-minute rounds in the middleweight division, presented to you by Bucked Up Energy Drink. Get bucked up. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, tonight he wears black. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. His official weight, 169 1/2 pounds. His MMA record stands at 5 fights, and tonight he makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Montreal, Quebec, Canada, here is Matthew Socholotiuk! And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears black and white. He stands at even 6 feet tall. His official weight, 170.3 pounds. His MMA record also stands at 5 fights, and tonight he also makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Mississauga, Ontario, Canada, here is Adam Clooney Freitas. And our referee in charge of the action, Andrew Glenn.
Adam Freitas told us, I know Matt Suckolotiuk, my opponent wants to get to the inside. I have to land my check hooks as he comes forward. Sporting touch of hands. Both fighters up to scratch. Round number 1. Black and white trunks for Adam Freitas. Solid black trunks for Matt Suckolotiuk. On the outside, Freitas. Now exactly where he wants to be. Trying to come to the inside where he wants to be, Suckolotiuk. Couldn't do so with that overhand left. Long jab from Freitas. Freitas on the 1-2.
You can see that Freitas wants to use that powerful lead hand.
Suckolotiuk already cut above his left brow. Up-adjusted stance for Freitas. Give the natural right-hander in his favorite southpaw stance. To the inside, gripping up for the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt Freitas. Gets the separation from referee Andrew Glenn. Blood flowing freely now on the face of Suckolotiuk. Good left hand on the step in from Freitas. High striking guard now defensively for Suckolotiuk, then turning over the left hand. Suckolotiuk to the inside, counter right hand from Freitas. Big right hands, there's the counter right hand from the halftime bump, goes out of Freitas into the clinch and the turn by Freitas.
And I feel like Suckolotiuk's really feeling a sense of urgency right here with that cut. He took a couple hard shots right there too.
40 seconds remaining, round number 1 of this middleweight bout.
Freitas seems really poised, really in control right now.
On his back foot is Matt Suckolotiuk, looking to explode in time his entry.
And Sean, these guys are just standing very close to each other.
Circling out Suckolotiuk. Freitas trying to mirror the hips. From the center circle, long on the jab. See Suckolotiuk trying to time the entry, backing off. Left hook off the mark from Freitas, but it took Suckolotiuk off his striking line. Closing seconds, round number 1. There is the bell.
And Sean, we usually don't see two combatants sitting that close together without pulling the trigger. They're waiting right there, just waiting to counter each other. This is a chess match going on right now. You see Pat McPherson has his work cut out for him right there. That's a nasty cut.
Yeah, he's good.
here's a little bit of the good action. It was a good right hand, followed by another good right hand by the Freitas. You can tell the strength right there of the Freitas when they get tied up. And he's doing good from the outside, but you know, him being a great jiu-jitsu practitioner, black belt, you think he might want to get inside and use that tie clinch and throw some hard shots in there.
Mouthpiece check from referee Andrew Glenn as he starts round number 2. Slightly forward off from scratch comes Matt Socholotiuk to open the second round. Counter on the left hand from the Freitas.
The Freitas' hands are looking very accurate right now.
Short check left hook lands from the Freitas. Freitas to the body. Socholotiuk on the 1-2. Counter 1-2 right back from the Freitas. Fighters really committing to their punches, as Suckolotiuk did there. There's the overhook from the Freitas.
Probably one of the best punches right there that Suckolotiuk has landed. And the Freitas, they seem to like shrug it off like nothing.
80 seconds remaining, round 2.
Well, I like
and nearly getting through from Suckolotiuk. The left hook gets through.
And there's a difference in power right there, Sean. Suckolotiuk landed the punch, did nothing. The Freitas countered. Wow.
Suckolotiuk taking the mandatory 8 count from Andrew Glenn. We will continue here in round 2.
I like that right hand lead that Suckolotiuk has landed, but man, it just didn't do any damage.
There's the big step in right hand from Suckolotiuk. The Freitas took it exceedingly well.
I mean, you gotta like what Suckolotiuk, he's coming right back after getting knocked down. He's not afraid, but man, it just does no damage at all. Not a cut, not a wobble, anything.
On the jab from Matt Suckolotiuk. Down here in round number 1 on that beautifully timed rear left hand, just like that on cue from Adam de Freitas.
I like what Suckolotiuk's trying to do right now. A few more feints. He's got to get his opponent reacting so he can land some hard shots.
You're seeing that left hand again. That's the punch here in round 2 that drops Suckolotiuk. Now 15 seconds remaining round 2. Heavy feint from Suckolotiuk. Freitas on his back foot. Freitas on the left hand again. That is fast, Chris. On the roll under the bell, we move to round 3.
And Suckolotiuk, like I said, he's got this very good right hand, just a right hand lead. You can't throw that too many times, but he's landed it when he is, but he's got to come back with some left hooks afterwards. That right hand is doing a good job, but it's not going to knock his opponent down. He's too big and strong. Did you hear that? Just a thud. That's a hard shot when it's a thud, Sean. Great left hand. That was just a count. He had just gotten hit. Okay, my turn. I'm going to leave him. He got hit with the lead right hand. He just came with his lead left hand. It's a naked lead punch. Usually people like to start off with that 1-2. That was just a straight 2 right in front. Sometimes people don't see that coming. They're waiting for that jab to come. And it's almost like a change-up in baseball. You don't think that that straight left or the straight right is coming.
To round number 3 we go. Hard on the entry, comes Matt Suckolotiuk. There's the overhook again from de Freitas. He's used that well defensively to create space, as he did there on cue. Then the 1-2 from de Freitas. Freitas left to the body. Almost a bolo punch. Freitas now cut corner of his right eye.
And you can just see, look at the Freitas just waiting to throw that left hand.
Right hand, and we're in one knockdown apiece.
That's a good cut. He has on his lip, too. One apiece, Sean. Somebody's getting up off the canvas to win this one. I love it. Let's see if...
There's that overhook again, and the right hand on the separation.
Right. Step back, let him go.
Over the head draws the separation from referee Andrew Glenn. Both fighters in the center circle, big left hand from de Freitas. Active lead hand from Suckolotiuk. In the orthodox position, and knockdown number 2.
He's hurt, Sean. He's hurt.
6, 7. That's it.
Wobble, and the come from behind win for Matt Suckolotiuk.
That went totally against the flow of that fight, Sean. The Freitas seemed to be in the driver's seat, in control. there. Man, what a great fight. And that was just fantastic for Socholotiuk. He was dealing with adversity the entire fight. Cut from the beginning, got knocked down. I mean, that was a great fight. Doesn't have to be hard, doesn't have to be perfect. It's all about placement. You hit a person in the right spot. It's fantastic.
Here is Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Andy Glenn, steps in and calls a stop to this fight at 1 minute 13 seconds into round number 3. For your winner by TKO, Matthew Suckolotiuk.
And Sean, sometimes we talk about the great fighters here. You have to be a dog. You don't know if they have that in him. We know for sure Socholotiuk has that in him. He got up off the canvas, dealt with a lot of problems the entire fight until he found his time to shine, and he did it.
Both Adam de Freitas and Matt Socholotiuk did very well in this, their respective BKFC debut. Socholotiuk off the canvas to drop de Freitas twice in round number 3. The winner, by way of third-round knockout, Matt Socholotiuk defeats Adam de Freitas.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
This is the best show in combat sports.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month. Saturday, August 31st, the world's most exciting combat sport, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, returns to Canada looking for new blood. It's BKFC Prospects, Edmonton, in the main event. Drew Wildboy Stuve battles Sonny the Savage Smith, plus much more jaw-dropping Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship action featuring 10 adrenaline-fueled clashes. Watch it live on the BKFC app. Don't miss it. Download it now at bkfc.com.
To the featherweight division we go. Our tale of the tape is presented by Fubo TV for Robert Desharnais versus Desmond Johnson.
And Sean, these guys are almost identical. Both 6 foot tall, 1 inch reach different, same fist size, everything very similar on the tail of the tape right here.
Desmond Johnson set for his BKFC debut. He has had 13 pro MMA bouts, 6 in pro boxing. In our fighter meeting, Johnson told us, I want to work to the inside and brawl. My game is all about coming forward and continually throwing punches.
One thing I like, we asked him about his opponent. He said he knows nothing about his opponent, doesn't want to know anything about his opponent. He wants to do what he does best, get inside and turn this into a brawl.
Johnson also told us, I'm going to open up and take chances to record the knockout. I'm not playing anything safe. I cannot let my opponent, Robert Desharnais, dictate the pressure and the pace. That has to be my role.
Has to use good movement out there. One thing he said he wants to do, wait to see what his opponent does, then react to what his opponent does. If he's being aggressive, he wants to counter. If he's not countering, then he wants to get in there and be aggressive himself.
This is the BKFC and Pro Combat Sports debut for Robert Desharnais. He has had 1 MMA bout. Desharnais told us in our fighter meeting his main focus in training for this bout has been picking the correct punches. Desharnais said, I want to be aggressive, but I know in watching a lot of BKFC, I cannot be careless.
Wants to be a sniper out there. He has to set the pace. One thing I found interesting, he's been watching, he said one thing he's not going to do, he's not going to take any steps backwards.
Desharnais also told us, I believe that my opponent, Desmond Johnson, leaves his body wide open. He has a good jab. I think he'll try to stay long behind that jab. I've got to get underneath that jab, target the body, turn up the pressure.
Kind of the opposite strategy a lot of guys. He wants to start inside early, then as the fight moves on, he wants to get long. A lot of people fight the opposite way. We'll see how it works.
Again, Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, And fight fans of Edmonton, we are set for the next fight of the night, scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the featherweight division. Presented to you by Fubo TV. Watch live sports and TV without cable, including BKFC on Fubo TV. Start your 7-day free trial at FuboTV.com. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, tonight he wears black and white trimmed in red. He stands at even 6 feet tall. His official weight, 139.9 pounds. He holds a combined combat sports record of 27 fights and tonight makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, here is Desmond Johnson. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight, he wears red and blue. He stands at even 6 feet tall. His official weight, 142.6 pounds. Tonight, he makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Here is Robert the Slim Reaper Desharnais. And our referee in charge of the action, Andy Social.
Robert Desharnais said, I have to get inside, I have to push forward, I have to put Desmond Johnson's back against the ropes. Knuckle up! Round number 1, fast upper scratch, counter left hand, and that drops Robert Desharnais.
Right away, Sean, they came at it. Johnson landed a huge punch right there. Let's see how hurt Desharnais is.
Mandatory 8 from referee Andy Social, right back to it. Big uppercut. Half-time plug from Desharnais. He's throwing big as well. And one knockdown apiece. Left hook to the body, landed flush.
I don't know if he's getting up.
Nope. The count of 8 is broken off, and the win in his BKFC debut, round number 1 for Robert Desharnais.
And Sean, that's 2 fights right there, and we've had guys knocked down in each fight. We always talking about loving that. I mean, what are the odds? 2 for 2 so far. Watch this beginning. Just hard punches being thrown and landed right from the beginning. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Landed a little punch at the end.
Fuck. Spit in my fucking mouth.
There's that punching against the right hand, but then this inside, we talked about this tie. Plumb the inside fighting right there. That's all it takes. Sometimes it's one little shot. If you don't see it coming, those are the ones that hurt. And he pulled the head down in the way that Johnson was not able to see that, hit him in the chin. Fight's over. Sean, that fight didn't last long, but there was a lot of action in that little period.
Oh, that was the plan.
Chris, I met Robert Desharnais at the Kansas City tryouts in August 2020. He drove to suburban Kansas City from his native Kansas. And here we are in March of 2024, and victory in round number 1 in the BKFC debut for Robert Desharnais.
Well, definitely baptized by fire right there. He took a good punch, had to get up off the canvas, pull himself together.
We go to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Andy Social, calls a stop to this fight at the count of 10 and 34 seconds into round number 1 for your winner by KO, Robert the Slim Reaper Desharnais.
Get fucked up.
Sean, we didn't get to see a lot of Desharnais, but we saw some mental toughness right there, getting rocked, getting up, and getting the finish.
Wide open start off from scratch from both men. Johnson knocking down Desharnais. And to his full credit, Desharnais off of the canvas to drop and indeed finish Desmond Johnson. The winner by way of first round KO, Robert Desharnais defeats Desmond Johnson.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
This is the best show in combat sports.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month. Saturday, August 31st, the world's most exciting combat sport, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, returns to Canada looking for new blood. It's BKFC Prospects, Edmonton, in the main event. Drew Wild Boy Stuve battles Sonny the Savage Smith, plus much more jaw-dropping Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship action featuring 10 adrenaline-fueled clashes. Watch it live on the BKFC app. Don't miss it. Download it now at bkfc.com.
In the welterweight division, Drew Stuve versus Jay Kelly. Our tale of the tape is presented by Rasha.
You see, Stuve has a significant height advantage, however, only a 2-inch reach advantage. Really more important, he's going to want to utilize that, though. Jay Kelly said he's going to get in and throw bombs the entire time. Stuve's got to make sure that he makes it pay when he does.
Jay Kelly, set for fight number 1 in BKFC. He's had 10 pro boxing bouts, 2 fights in pro MMA. Kelly told us in our fighter meeting, I want to be extremely aggressive. He also said, my ideal fight is to stand in the center circle with my opponent, Drew Stuve, and just let my hands go as he lets his hands go.
Kelly describes himself as an unorthodox fighter, but very aggressive right now, but loves to counter at the same time. He feels like BKFC is the place for him because he, quote, he just wants to let the beast go.
Kelly said, I feel I have a very good ability to read and react to situations. I want to throw hard left hooks to the body, smart exits from the clinch. I want to also be explosive in with my power punches.
Would love nothing more to get in the middle of the ring and brawl, but he says the main thing, he has to get off first each time.
Jay Kelly said, I think Drew Stuve wants to be aggressive. I hope so. That's exactly what I want.
You can tell he's studied quite a bit, though, because he understands he's got to put his hands in a little different position, a little more further out right there for defensive purpose. This isn't boxing, this is real fighting.
Drew Stuve, set for bout number 1 in BKFC. He's 1-0 in his pro boxing career. Stuve, 13-3 in amateur boxing. He told us he feels he is a very fundamentally sound boxer. Stuve said, I want to showcase fast hands and excellent footwork, long, straight punches.
Stuve said he wants to fight like Conor Tierney out there, control the range, not getting hit, moving that head, controlling the entire pace of the fight, winning where it happens.
Stuve said, I believe my opponent, Jay Kelly, wants to fight on the inside. He wants to brawl. I know he's tough. Stuve said, I'm not going to play his game. I want to avoid brawling. I want to showcase my technical striking from range.
Wants to utilize that range to not get hit. He said he doesn't want to be in a fight tonight. He wants to be in the knockout tonight. The reason he's doing that because he's not going to be the one getting hit.
Back we go to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are set for the next fight of the night, scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the welterweight division, presented to you by Russia. Upgrade to champion mindset with Russia. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight he wears red and blue. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. His official weight, 162.7 pounds. He holds a combined combat sports record of 12 fights, and tonight makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Brockville, Ontario, Canada, here is Lethal Jay Kelly.
5
And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight, he wears white and green. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall. His official weight, 165.4 pounds. He holds an undefeated pro boxing record at 1-0, and tonight makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, here is Drew Wild Boy Stuve. And our referee in charge of the action, Andrew Glenn.
Drew Stuve said, I want to utilize a smart and disruptive mix of being first, countering, being first, countering. Bouncing at the scratch line is Jay Kelly, round number 1. Rapid fire start, big swings from Kelly. He's into the red and blue trunks. White trunks for Drew Stuve. Kelly, the start that he wanted, now to the inside, double underhooks, draws the break from Andrew Glenn.
It's a hard style to deal with sometimes. Kelly's coming with just those bombs the entire time.
Duck under from Kelly, throwing the right hand. Side headlock position from Stuve, draws the break from Andrew Glenn.
Stuve's already bleeding a little bit.
Straight 1-2, counter right hand from Stuve. Kelly walks through it, throws a right hand of his own, big left hand. Head chancery position, draws the break from Andrew Glenn. Glenn telling Kelly, don't come over the neck in that guillotine head chancery position. 1-2, Stuve, cut outside of his left palm and lands that left hand. Flush in the face of Kelly, and that draws a smile on the face of Kelly.
Kelly's coming to fight, Sean.
Glenn now telling Stuve, listen to me when I say break. There's the entry left hook from Jay Kelly, right hand. Counter right hand from Stuve, right hand, big left hand from Kelly. On the turning, that drops Jay Kelly against the floor of this fight. Time called by referee Andrew Glenn.
What is he calling on this?
Glenn called time. He's saying that was a throw, not a knockdown.
I think, wow, that's a strange call because Kelly was hurt. Is he going to say it's an ankle now?
You see that Jay Kelly on his right knee, clutching his right ankle.
I want to see the replay here. I want to see what happened. Yeah.
There's Dr. Damutsi in the ring, the Chief Medical Officer of BKFC.
All right, sit down.
Stuve has a nasty cut over that eye, too.
This fight is over.
I don't know if Stuve's going to be happy.
Jay Kelly cannot continue.
A couple hard shots right there.
A throw from the underhook, Chris. Now this is either going to be a no contest or a DQ win for Jay Kelly.
Well, I didn't really see where the ankle was hurt. Maybe it's right in here. I'm not sure.
You see the underhook, the turn, and the throw.
Is that a disqualifiable offense right there?
It's definitely an illegal action, and this is really referee's discretion.
I mean, some hard shots right there being landed. I mean, I'm just trying to see where the ankle injury occurs. So, yeah, let's see how they rule this.
Andrew Glenn just came over to our commentary position. I spoke to him off camera, off microphone. He said it was an illegal throw. He believes that Kelly was injured on the underhook and the throw, and he's going to give this a disqualification win to Jay Kelly.
That's interesting because it's hard to see where that injury occurred right there. It looked like it came from the throw. It could happen right beforehand. I'm not sure, but I didn't see it happening right there.
Chris, off camera, off microphone, lengthy discussion with Andrew Glenn. He has overruled himself. On second thought, Andrew Glenn said, I believe now that the leg buckled on the punch, the throw was after. Therefore, it's not a disqualification win for Jay Kelly, although he had it ever so briefly. Andrew Glenn has changed his mind. He's now saying this is a TKO win for Drew Stuve.
Well, I just didn't see the throw as being what hurt the ankle right there. I mean, it very clearly, I'm sure, hurt beforehand, but I'm not at all thinking that Kelly just faked it, but it's just like, maybe that was it, but Like
so
I
Andrew
said,
Glenn is saying that the ankle rolls on the punch.
yeah, like I said, right here once he's down, I don't see an ankle rolling, you know what I mean? So it couldn't have been the throw. It might have happened beforehand. I don't think that Kelly's faking it, but I think that it happened earlier. So very unfortunate that the fight has to end like this, because that was a fun fight to watch. Like I said, never want people to think I'm saying Kelly faked that, because I don't think he did.
We go to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the advice of our ringside physician, our referee in charge, Andrew Glenn, calls a stop to this fight at 1 minute, 11 seconds into round number 1. For your winner by TKO, Drew Wild Boy Stuve.
Referee Andrew Glenn, on second thought, determining that Jay Kelly rolled his ankle after he was caught by a legal punch to a legal target to the head by Drew Stuve. The throw afterwards, in the eyes of Andrew Glenn, did not matter. The winner by way of first round TKO due to injury, Drew Stuve defeats Jay Kelly.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
This is the best show in combat sports.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month. Saturday, August 31st, the world's most exciting combat sport, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, returns to Canada looking for new blood. It's BKFC Prospects, Edmonton, in the main event. Drew Wild Boy Stuve battles Sonny the Savage Smith, plus much more jaw-dropping Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship action featuring 10 adrenaline-fueled clashes. Watch it live on the BKFC app. Don't miss it. Download it now at bkfc.com.
We roll on with BKFC in our debut here in Canada. To the lightweight division we go. Bucked Up Energy Drink brings you our numbers for Alghanim versus Dalton Shtybbel.
You can see here Shtybbel does have a 4-inch height advantage, a 4.5-inch reach advantage. He's going to want to use that as Alghanim tries to come in to land those powerful shots. He's a knockout artist, but he's got to get inside to land those shots.
Yeah, we're just going to get over there right now. Nope, okay, the light's flickered.
With the flag of his native Alberta, Dalton Shtybbel. Set for this is BKFC and indeed Pro Combat Sports debut. Shtybbel has had 4 AMI MMA bouts. He told us in our fighter meeting he has an extremely aggressive style, and Shtybbel said, make no mistake, I have the cardio to maintain an ultra-high pace throughout this fight.
So just another one of the guys, he said he was 235 pounds at one time. Just constant hard work, constant pressure. It feels like nobody's going to outgas him. That's what he does. He gets in your face from the beginning to the end.
Shtybbel is ambidextrous. He told us, I'm going to keep switching stances of his opponent, Hassan Alghanim. Shtybbel said, my only real concern with Alghanim is his power rear hand. If I can negate that, avoid that, Shtybbel said this fight is mine.
One thing he said that I really like, he said his right hand is what will get the KO, but it's that left hand that's going to make his opponent quit.
Born in Iraq, now based here in Alberta, Hassan Alghanim. This is his BKFC and Pro Combat Sports debut. Alghanim is 8-2 in amateur boxing. He told us he feels one of his best attributes as a fighter is that he is extremely adaptable. Alghanim said, I'm going to walk down my opponent, Dalton Shtybbel, from the outside to the mid-range to the clinch, and I will be very heavy, very physical in the clinch.
Well, Alghanim said he is a hunter. I like that. He's out there hunting right now, just looking for the right place, the right time. He wants to get that mid-range. He feels like if he lands that overhand right, nobody in this division is taking it, and he's walking away with the victory.
Alghanim said of Dalton Shtybbel, I think he's going to keep coming forward. He's going to try to wear me down through high volume. Alghanim said, though, I believe I am a vastly more technical striker. Alghanim said, I have to keep my emotions at bay. I cannot get pulled into a brawl.
Alghanim said he's not only a better technical fighter, he's going to be the bully out there. He's going to push this guy around and make him question himself from the very beginning.
This is intriguing at 155 pounds.
Sean, these guys don't like each other.
We go to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are set for the next fight of the night. Scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the lightweight division. Presented to you by Bucked Up Energy Drink. Get bucked up. Introducing to you first. Fighting out of the red corner, tonight he wears green. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. His official weight, 155.4 pounds. Tonight, he makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Stony Plain, Alberta, Canada. Here is Dalton Shtybbel. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out the blue corner. Tonight, he wears black and white. He stands 5 feet 5 inches tall. His official weight, 154.7 pounds. Tonight, he also makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, by way of Samoa, Iraq. Here is Hassan. And our referee in charge of the action, Andrew Glenn.
Dalton Shtybbel said, Hassan Alghanim is a good technical striker, but I have more heart, I have more determination. Both fighters at the scratch, standing 3 feet apart. Round number 1. And opening up immediately, Hassan Alghanim. He's in the black trunks, green trunks on the turn for Dalton Shtybbel. To the body goes Alghanim, holding the overhook.
John,
Broad left hand for Shtybbel. Oh, wow. And right back on the overhand right.
Sean, both these guys came to the trap. I knew the intensity. I predicted this was going to be the best fight of the night.
Right hand, left hand on the entry from Hassan Alghanim. Half-time punch snapped by Dalton Shtybbel. Shtybbel from the underhook, overhand right from Alghanim.
I am so impressed right now with not only the power right there, but Shtybbel's ability to take those shots.
Shtybbel from the whizzer lands the left hand. That was slick. And the right hand, left hand, overhand right from Hassan Alghanim.
He is taking those like a champ.
This is a phenomenal fight.
Alghanim's got to be careful. He doesn't gas himself out. He's throwing bombs the entire time, and he's landing them. But if he can't knock his opponent out, he might gas himself out.
From the halftime plug goes Dalton Shtybbel. 55 seconds remaining, round number 1. Just avoided the left hook of Dalton Shtybbel on that separation.
Shtybbel's got to keep that left hand up. He's got to watch that overhand right. He knows what's coming.
There's the overhand right on cue from Hassan Alghanim. Again, the step-in right hand from Alghanim. Shtybbel almost in the side headlock position. That draws the separation from Andrew Glenn.
Overhand right's coming. Shtybbel's got to be careful. He's got to count it. He's just eating it every time.
Gration under left eye. Dalton Shtybbel lands the right hand. Smear blood on the forehead of Shtybbel. Overhand right again from Alghanim. 15 seconds remaining, round number 1. High octane opening round for both men. On the right hand to the knee, and that is a knockdown. Here comes the count from Andrew Glenn.
John, I don't think the score is going to matter in this fight. I don't see it going the distance. Somebody's going to get knocked out in this one.
The bell. Right hand after the bell. No warning from Andrew Glenn. We go to round 2. End of round number 1. Shtybbel, his knee bounced off the canvas right back up. A great refereeing from Andrew Glenn. That was clearly a knockdown. A legal punch to a legal target. and the knee touching the canvas clearly of Dalton Shtybbel.
John Shtybbel has got to figure out a way to stop that overhand right. It's coming every time right now. He's got to duck underneath it. He's got to step back. You can just see right from the beginning of this fight. Watch this overhand right. Big overhand rights. They're just going at it the entire time. I mean, like I said, Shtybbel showing a lot of toughness by walking through those punches right there. And Alghanim's got to be careful. He doesn't throw with too much power the entire time because you will gas yourself out. You only have so many fastballs to throw as a pitcher. Same thing here. You can only throw so many overhands right there or you're going to gas yourself out.
Both fighters up to scratch. Round number 2. Stepping off of scratch, then exploding forward. Dalton Shtybbel exploding forward immediately off of scratch. Alghanim. Good turn on the underhook from Shtybbel. And the half-time club right hand step in.
And that's where Shtybbel needs to be right in his opponent's face the entire time.
Shtybbel on the left hand.
He cannot let his opponent get the full extension.
Huge overhand right. Alghanim now coming forward. Big rear right uppercut from Alghanim. Shtybbel on the left hand. This phenomenal pace continues. Full tight pun there from Dalton Shtybbel.
And this is a battle, Sean.
80 seconds remaining in round 2. Off the jab from Alghanim. Right hand again, left hand. Shtybbel resetting, missing with the 1-2. Alghanim setting his feet, stalking pressure, circling out Dalton Shtybbel. Step in right hand again, overhand right.
That's it.
Goes Dalton Shtybbel. Game, set, match. Hassan Alghanim.
It was just a matter of time right there until he got hit with that punch. Shtybbel walked through so many hard shots. They were glancing, they weren't perfectly placed, but that one was. Man, because you got the impression right there. Alghanim did not land that punch. He might have gassed himself out, but it didn't happen there. He landed it. He said as long as he lands that overhand, he's winning the fight.
You saw referee Andrew Glenn determined there was no reason to count. Dalton Shtybbel flat on his back, ending this fight. And that is a phenomenal BKFC and Pro Combat Sports debut for Hassan Alghanim.
I mean, his landing percentage was phenomenal right there, especially with those power shots. I don't know if he threw a jab. He didn't need to throw a jab. When you land overhands like that, man, beautiful fight.
Dalton Shtybbel definitely had his moments. Both fighters immediately off of scratch, Chris, from the start of this fight, opened up and through. Hassan Alghanim dropping Dalton Shtybbel, who went to a knee and bounced off the canvas. Latter stages of round 1, but correctly ruled a knockdown by Andrew Glenn, and then the knockout comes in round 2.
Sean, we've been talking about the size of this ring, what that has to do with it, and I really don't know if it is the size of the ring or the fact that these people are coming to fight. I mean, they're trying to get these contracts. They're trying to get in here. You know, we've brought them from the prospect, or to the prospect series from the trials, and people are coming to fight.
Chris, I would also offer that now that you're in charge of the BKFC Prospect Series, these fighters want to impress you. They're motivated by you. You talk to them, you work with them. The fighters all talk to you, Chris, in our fighter meetings about, it was great to meet you. I want to show you what I can do now that you've given me this opportunity from the open tryouts.
So I try and teach when I'm there, and I try and let them know I'm giving you an opportunity right here. That's all I can do. Let's see what you do with it. And these guys are showing me a lot, Sean.
Enoch Cree Nation has authorized the Wyoming Combat Sports Commission to regulate tonight's bouts. They're doing an outstanding job. You see our world-class referees, outstanding judges, although they have not turned in a lot of scorecards.
These judges, they're just getting the best seat in the house for nothing. They don't even have to really be here, I'm thinking, Sean. Jeez. Once again,
they're scoring rounds. They're just not turning in scorecards at the end. Our strike stats for this bout presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink.
You can just see here a lot more punches being thrown and landed. But I mean, man, 2 knockdowns. Shtybbel took a lot of punches right there. That was just a phenomenal fight, a phenomenal pace. This is what we want to see in the Prospect Series.
There was a lot of heat between these two fighters. They just hugged. They both went all out. Quality, and a quality win for Hassan Alghanim. Here's Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Andy Glenn, steps in and calls a stop to this fight at 1 minute 5 seconds into round number 2 for your winner by KO, Hassan Alghanim.
Alghanim has a 4-second knockout, and we see why here, Sean. This guy's got power, knows how to throw it, and if he lands that hard shot, he has a good chance of winning any fight, I believe.
We're in the first week of March, but that is an early candidate for BKFC Fight of the Year for 2024. Hassan Alghanim dropping Dalton Shtybbel in round number 1 and finishing Dalton Shtybbel in round number 2. Victorious by way of second round KO, Hassan Alghanim defeats Dalton Shtybbel.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
This is the best show in combat sports.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month. Saturday, August 31st, the world's most exciting combat sport, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, returns to Canada looking for new blood. It's BKFC Prospects, Edmonton, in the main event. Drew Wild Boy Stuve battles Sonny the Savage Smith, plus much more jaw-dropping Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship action featuring 10 adrenaline-fueled clashes. Watch it live on the BKFC app. Don't miss it. Download it now at bkfc.com.
Fubo TV brings you our tale of the tape for this bout at 155 pounds. Chad Luncanas versus Trey Santos.
Sean, very similar here. 2-inch height advantage for Santos, 1-inch reach advantage. That's not much when it comes to a fight like this. Nothing to do with tail of the tape. These two guys, whoever puts their game plan into play is probably going to win this fight.
Trey Santos, set for his 3rd fight at Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. He's had 7 MMA bouts, 2 in amateur kickboxing. He played soccer at the collegiate level and AIA at French University. In our fighter meeting, Trey Santos said, through 2 fights at Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, I now fully understand I cannot have a slow start. Santos said, throughout my combat sports career, I've started slow. It changes tonight in this bout.
Understands he needs to be more composed in this fight, but use that aggressiveness. He said understands he has to be all the way in or all the way out. He cannot stay in the mid-range here.
Santos said, when I'm all the way in, I'm in the clinch and I'm unloading with high volume, but I also want to land punches on the exits from the clinch.
As he's doing so, he wants to utilize the jab the entire time. Feels like the main thing for this, he has to fight a smart fight. Doesn't want to get baited in to an exchange where he's going to lose. He wants to make sure he's controlling the pace and the range the entire fight.
The Canadian Chad Luncanas paying homage to his Filipino heritage with the flag of the Philippines as he is set for this his BKFC and Pro Combat Sports debut. Luncanas has had 8 amateur boxing bouts. In our fighter meeting, we asked him to describe his fighting style. He said, I have a slick southpaw style with a very active jab.
Said he has a funky style, uses that athleticism right there. Luncanas said he has been a big fan of Manny Pacquiao his whole time he's been around, his whole career. He said Manny Pacquiao's done. He wants to be the next Filipino superstar.
Luncanas also told us, I want to have a fast start off from scratch while always being defensively sound. I'm going to keep landing as my opponent Trey Trey Santos disengages, I want to showcase my movement in and out, side to side, and I want to showcase my athleticism.
He wants to get inside and then let those hands go. His main goal here, he wants to make an impact. He says that he would take over this division tonight. Is the first step in that. He's been waiting for this opportunity for the last 8 years since he's been training. This is his coming out party right now.
Luncanas said of his opponent, Trey Santos, he's very durable. I know he can take shots. Luncanas said, what I've noticed with Trey Santos is that after he lands, he backs up, and he does so with his chin very high.
So the thing we noticed about Luncanas when we were at the tryouts, this guy's phenomenal head movement, very good at avoiding shots. Let's see if he can translate that into a real fight.
Into the ring with Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are set for the next fight of the night. Scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the lightweight division. Presented to you by Fubo TV. Watch live sports and TV without cable, including BKFC on Fubo TV. Start your 7-day free trial at FuboTV.com. Introducing to you first. Fighting out of the red corner, tonight he wears black and blue. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall. His official weight, 155.9 pounds. Tonight, he steps into the squared circle for the 3rd time. Fighting out of Wichita, Kansas, USA, here is Trey Santos. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight, he wears blue and white. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall. His official weight, 155.1 pounds. Tonight, he makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Here is Super Chad and our referee in charge of the action, Big Dan Mergliata.
Trey Santos told us, I really respect the boxing and the technical boxing of Chad Luncanas. I cannot allow him to make this a boxing match. I have to make this a bare-knuckle fight. Dan Mergliata starts this bout round number 1. Blue and white trunks for Chad Luncanas, black trunks for Trey Santos. Santos off the double jab, staying to the outside. Santos trying to split that high, but open striking guard of Chad Luncanas. Luncanas looking to explode in to the body out there. Jab again from Trey Santos. The left right hand circling out Santos. Supported those shots well. The jab again from Santos. Off the mark. Step in, left hand, right hand to the body. Big combination from Luncanas. Santos took that well, circling out.
You can just tell Santos right now had a couple of fights. He's looking experienced.
To the body goes Chad Luncanas. Right hand, right back on the rear right hand for Trey Santos. Left hook just off the mark. Step in on the hooks. 60 seconds remaining, round number 1. Both fighters in the center circle in the clinch now to the ropes.
Ready? Back it up, back it up.
Break from Dan Mergliata. Santos off the jab, hook jab from Luncanas.
I like how Luncanas just explodes in with combinations. He was throwing 2 or 3 punches at a time, it seems, when he gets into his position.
Big right hand, that sets Santos back. Now to the body goes Luncanas. Santos circling out, hard to the body, to the head. Big shots now, ripping the body, Chad Luncanas. And down goes Trey Santos.
That was all set up by that first jab. He knocked him back with it. See if Santos can get up. He did a lot of damage. Nope. Body work did too much for him.
The count of 10, and the win just like that for Chad Luncanas.
It was that body work right there. Luncanas did a great job. He didn't go headhunting after his opponent. He dug to the body. I think that's what did the damage right there. And look at those sides, Sean. Look at right there. Look at the side of Santos. It is already starting to bruise up.
Fighters always talk to us about, quote, ripping the body. Chris, that was ripping the body by Chad Luncanas.
For his first fight, I was really impressed with the way he got in and when he got into position, he unloaded, he landed combinations. He's not just looking to land one shot to end the night. 2, 3, 4 punches right there. I was really impressed with it. Look at that jab, that started it off. Now he has the opponent throwing some, hard to find. There's no corner to hide in right there. There's some body punches being thrown. Oh, that was a beautiful right hand on the body. Another good right. It was those digging shots to the body that I think did the damage. And look at Santos right there. That grimace of pain right there. He's thinking, I got to get up. I want to get up. His body said, you're not getting up.
Trey Santos is a talented fighter. This was his third bout in BKFC. I've known him since the Amis in MMA in Kansas. But Chad Luncanas showing next level body work. He was patient, explosive, and unloading with those precision power hooks. Relentless to the body of Trey Santos. That is a body knockout.
I want you.
That was a beautiful performance right there. Santos looked good. Santos was doing a lot of positive things out there. It was just that one punch, that jab that caught him, knocked him back. And Luncanas did the right thing. He exploded and went to the body. Great job.
Nice moment between these two very nice fighters. There was all respect flowing in both directions.
No, straight up, it's business. It's business.
Here is Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Big Dan Merkliana, reaches the count of 10 at 1 minute 50 seconds into round number 1. For your winner by KO Super Chad Luncanas.
Chad Luncanas was patient. Trey Santos is trying to establish his jab, but to the inside, thunderous to the body, to the knockout, to the win. Victorious by way of first round KO, Chad Luncanas defeats Trey Santos.
Tonight, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship returns to Edmonton at River Cree Resort Casino for another sold-out show. A night of raw, unfiltered, non-stop action that could be life-changing for the hopefuls who dare to toe the line and leave it all inside the squared circle. Every punch carries the weight of destiny. This is the BKFC Prospects Series, Edmonton. Stuve versus Smith. The future is here, and it starts right now.
Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship is presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink. Welcome to the City of Champions, Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Proud home of the former Stanley Cup champion Oilers. They're used to throwing the gloves down and browing, so the River Cree Resort Casino is the perfect setting for bare knuckle fighting. This party always starts with the preview 3 fights to charge you up for a full night of fights. Featherweights, welterweights, and middleweights. Oh my. In our co-main event, Hassan Alghanim was undeniable in his debut at BKFC back in March. But he faces another 1-0 fighter with first-round knockout power in Montana's Ryan Ibsen. And in the co-main event, 2 of the hottest welterweights in the country, Drew Stuve and Sonny Smith, are set to clash. Stuve dazzled audiences with his first-round stoppage in his debut. Sonny Smith has 2 bare-knuckle wins under his belt and is looking for a third. Stuve and Smith on top of the card. And welcome to the fabulous River Cree Resort and Casino here on the Enoch Cree Reservation in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. What a night it is going to be as we return just 6 months later after an incredible debut back in March. Tremendous, folks. We love being here, and one thing about the Prospect Series is not only do you get that smaller ring, which means more actions, which means more knockouts, you have hungrier fighters that are looking to make their name in this company. It all happens tonight. Well, let's take a look at what happened 6 months ago when we made our debut. Jake Craig and Sam Polk, and what a battle it was. 2 very intimidating looking individuals, and they came out swinging. Sam Polk was on target. He could not miss. He had 4 knockdowns in this battle, and he was able to put away a very tough Jake Craig. Sam Polk, what a hard hitter and what a tough Canadian. Chad Luncanas taking on Trey Santos. A lot of hype with Luncanas. Santos coming in here to quiet Luncanas, but Luncanas was not missing. He wasn't missing, and he was eating that body up like a whole bunch of poutine, just tearing it up, going to the body, and ripping right through Trey Santos, one after another. And folks, you just can't take that many body shots, Chad Luncanas. You'll see him tonight. Sonny Smith takes on Jeremiah Riggs. Jeremiah Riggs with his long-awaited return from injury. Sonny Smith had his hands full because Riggs knew he had to get a stoppage. He had been cut, and that's all it took. One of those big right hands from the big Rig. We know he's got big-time punching power. That put him back on the right track. John Masson Wong, Gabriel Roman. We know John is fighting for the title just 1 week from today, but Gabriel Roman came in to derail that train, unable to do so. John Masson Wong was an absolute wrecking ball in this fight. And Gabriel Roman is no pushover, extremely tough. But John Masson Wong could not miss. Absolutely brought it to her. First round finish in this one. Gabrielle Roman had nothing for her. And John Masson Wong earned herself a flyweight championship shot, which will be realized just 1 week from today, February 6th. That is going to be in Salt Lake City. BKFC 65, Freitas versus Masson Wong for the flyweight championship. Jeremy Stevens on that one, an incredible card all the way through. Now, if you want to see that and you want to see tonight, I recommend you get the BKFC app. $7.99 will get you the entire show tonight, as well as 65 in Salt Lake City and 66 the next week in Hollywood, Florida. Bantamweight Championship out on that one. You're going to get all those fights for $7.99, as well as our incredible archives and exclusive video content. That's all in the BKFC app. Don't waste any more time. Go grab it right now. You don't want to miss this entire show tonight. Speaking of which, I have fighters ready to make the walk here at the River Cree, so let's send it out to our renowned commentary team, Sean Willock and Chris Lights Out Light Off.
Thank you, Cyrus. Chris, our main event set for the welterweight division, Drew Stuve versus Sonny Smith. You first met these two fighters November of last year here in Edmonton at the Open BKFC tryouts.
It was fantastic. Both these guys were at the tryouts. I actually had these two guys spar. In that sparring, I could tell these two guys might fight at some point. They were in the same weight class. They're two of the best guys from the tryouts. It's been 9 months since then, long awaited. These two guys are ready to do battle. It's going to be a great one.
Tonight's fight odds are presented by Kurgo, the official betting partner of BKFC.
Another great matched up card. You can tell by look how close these spreads are. A lot of money to be made. The one that I like the most, Kotak -115. That's a fantastic bet.
BKFC uses the unified rules of bare knuckle fighting. Punching in the active clinch is allowed. There is no 3 knockdown rule. All kicks, knees, and elbows are illegal, as are all takedowns and submissions. We open tonight here in Alberta with the bout in the featherweight division. Robert Desharnais versus Glendale Futrell. Our tale of the tape is presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink.
And Sean, you see both these guys very tall, very long for this weight class. Both guys 6 foot tall, only a 2-inch reach difference. That's not that much. When you have guys this height and this reach, this should be a great fight.
Glendale Futrell set for fight number 4 in BKFC. He's had 1 bout in pro boxing, 9 is in AMI and MMA. In our fighter meeting, Futrell said, I am willing to take punches and take chances to record the quick knockout. I'm going to establish my jab, and then I'm going to throw power punches continually with both hands.
Well, he wants to make sure no backward steps in this fight. Angling those side to side, wants to make sure he counters early, throws a lot of feints, feel out his opponent, and then get ready to step it up.
Of his opponent in this bout at 145 pounds, Robert Desharnais, Glendale Futrell said, Desharnais is tough, but I'm simply tougher. I think he's going to try to clinch. If he does, I'm going to throw hard to the body, but I feel that I can take him out, Futrell said, in the mid-range.
It's always nice, Sean, when you have full belief that if you need to, you can just fight down the mouthpiece and throw. He has full belief in that ability.
Robert Desharnais enters 1-0 in BKFC. His bare knuckle fighting championship debut came this past March when Desharnais defeated Desmond Johnson by way of first-round knockout. Desharnais has also had 1 amateur MMA bout. In our fighter meeting, he told us, I am focused on pacing myself properly, but with that stated, Desharnais said, I am still going to open up at times and throw big for the knockouts.
Well, he understands, he feels like he's the faster fighter, he's a sharper fighter. He wants to showcase that skill set he has. Use his defense, use his movement, wait for the right time, and then attack.
As Futrell told us, he wants to be in the mid-range. Desharnais said, I either want to be long or work in the clinch. Hard straight punches from the outside and uppercuts in the clinch.
Well, he learned last time, you cannot be too tense. He's more relaxed this fight, understands the pace. It's a little bit different. He wants to go out there, land to the body early, have the guy drop his hands, and then go for the knockout with that punch to the head.
Our second ever BKFC in Canada. To get our evening started, we send it to the always outstanding Jeff Houston.
Hello, 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 Edmonton! Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome, one and all, to the River Cree Resort Casino, and welcome to the ultimate proving ground where tonight's Warriors look for the big BKFC contract. This is BKFC Prospects Series Edmonton. And we are set for our opening fight of the night, scheduled for 5 two-minute rounds in the featherweight division. Presented to you by Bucked Up Energy Drink. Get bucked up. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight he wears black trimmed and multicolor. He stands at even 6 feet tall. His official weight, 145.8 pounds. Tonight he steps into the squared circle ready for bare knuckle fight number 4. Fighting out of Auburndale, Florida, USA, here is Glendale, the Berserker, Futrell. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears black. He stands at even 6 feet tall. His official weight, 141.4 pounds. He holds an undefeated BKFC record at 1-0. Fighting out of Calgary, Alberta, Canada, here is Robert the Slim Reaper Desharnais. And our referee in charge of the action, Andy Social.
Robert Desharnais told us, I expect immediate forward pressure off of scratch from Glendale Futrell. I have to be aware of his, quote, wild and wide open swings. Both fighters up to scratch. Round number 1. Black trunks for the Canadian Robert Desharnais. Multicolored trunks for the American from Florida, Glendale Futrell. Immediately to the inside comes Desharnais. There's a clipping left hook in the turn from Futrell. There's the separation from referee Andy Social.
Grab the guillotine to Desharnais.
Soft warning given to Desharnais by Social, and now time called.
Like that shoulder, I don't know if he got injury, but when they grab him at the neck, hopefully it didn't pop out.
First appearance, and an early first appearance from Chief Medical Officer of BKFC, Dr. Don Muzzi.
I mean, you wouldn't think that that would really happen from that little guillotine clinch, Sean, but oh, why are you kidding me?
This fight is over. Robert Desharnais now 2-0 in BKFC, but you see, class in victory for Desharnais, not the way he wanted to win, no celebration.
Well, yeah, you're not going to celebrate when somebody gets injured in that manner. Really didn't see what happened, but so unfortunate. I was expecting a really good fight from these two guys, but can't really see anything from this angle.
More of a head chancery, Chris, than even the guillotine. There was no squeeze.
I'm not sure. That might have been a previous injury. Maybe sometimes people come into the fight a little bit injured. Hard to tell.
It was more of a setup for a Darce.
Oh, you could see, it looked like there was a little bit of an issue with the shoulder. Yeah, the chin is pushing them. That wouldn't do enough. Look at the. It looks like it popped out a little bit. I don't know. It just looks awkward. Yeah. So I don't. Could have been a lot of different things. It's hard to tell from that angle. Didn't look like anything intentional.
Fair play from Robert Desharnais. He did nothing wrong in that situation. The separation was called for from referee Andy Social because of going over the neck, but that's not an egregious foul. That just gets you the restart. Glendale Futrell, this is his 4th fight in BKFC. He's ultra tough, but immediately he recognized the shoulder injury. Confirmation from Dr. Don Muzzi, and that's the end of the fight.
And Sean, if that shoulder does pop out, if you can't use it, you have no way to fight.
Here's Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the advice of our ringside physician due to an accidental injury, our referee in charge, Andy Social, calls a stop to the fight at 23 seconds into round number 1. For your winner by TKO, Robert the Slim Reaper Desharnais.
Not the way Desharnais wanted to win this fight, but you will take him no matter what, you'll take the victory. Let's see this guy fight again, because we didn't get to see much from him this time, Sean.
This had all of the ingredients, Chris, to be fight of the night, but a very muted finish just 23 seconds into this featherweight bout. The winner, by way of first-round TKO due to physician stoppage, Robert Desharnais defeats Glendale Futrell.
Friday, September 13th, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship returns to Hollywood at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino inside Hard Rock Live. In the main event, the undefeated Cuban sensation Alberto Indio Blas puts his bantamweight title on the line for the very first time against the unbeaten #2 contender, Royal Ryan Reber, who's ready to claim his crown. Plus a stacked card with many more bare knuckle scraps. Watch the world's most exciting combat sport live. Get your tickets at BKFC.com. Saturday, October 12th, for the first time ever, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship comes to Spain. In the main event, Franco Tenaglia and Tony Loco Soto, 2 unbeaten warriors, knuckle up with the vacant lightweight championship of the world hanging in the balance. Also, Rico Bonbon Franco is on a mission to topple former pro boxing champ and reigning BKFC welterweight king, the undefeated Austin No Doubt Trout. Watch the world's most exciting combat sport live on the BKFC app. Download it at BKFC.com.
In the welterweight division, Matt Suckolotiuk versus Nash Dedrick. You see the numbers, they are presented by OnlyFans.
And Sean, very odd here. A lot of times people are perfect squares. Both these guys are 5'9", but Matt Suckolotiuk has an 8-inch reach advantage. He can determine where the fight happens. He wants to stay outside, inside. It's up to him.
This is the BKFC debut and indeed the pro combat sports debut for Nash Dedrick. He's 1-0 in amateur boxing. Dedrick told us in our fighter meeting, I'm going to keep making my opponent Matt Suckolotiuk miss and then counter quickly. Dedrick is naturally right-handed. He told us, I will continually switch stances, use constant in and out movement from both stances.
Well, Dedrick really prides himself on being elusive, using that in and out motion, having very fast hands. He wants to make sure he utilizes all those skills to come out here in his first bare knuckle fight.
Dedrick said, I'm going to continually be first and last in every exchange, and when I'm in orthodox stance, I'm going to throw very hard right hands.
He plans on finding holes in what his opponent does. Watch out for those counters, but every time he sees an opening, he wants to make sure he capitalizes.
Matt Suckolotiuk enters 1-0 in BKFC. His promotional debut was made this past March. Suckolotiuk defeated Adam de Freitas by way of third-round knockout. Suckolotiuk has also had 5 pro MMA bouts. He was a college football player here in his native Canada at the University of Waterloo. He played the position of running back. He weighed 265 pounds. Again, to put that in perspective, Suckolotiuk weighed in at 165.9 for this bout.
And Sean, when we saw pictures of him, almost unrecognizable, very large individual. Now, he understands now how to defend himself better, extend those hands, more head movement. Once he utilizes that, he really wants to download information early on this fight and then really step it up to take out his opponent early.
Suckolotiuk also told us in our fighter meeting, I'm going to be very effective with my blocking. I'm going to use continual hand fighting. I'm going to work to the clinch. Suckolotiuk said, I think I will have a big power advantage over my opponent, Nash Dedrick. I will be very heavy in the clinch.
One thing he said I loved, he said, I am a brawler who learned how to box. That's a great quote.
Again, Jeff Houston.
Fight fans of Edmonton, we are set for the next fight of the night, scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the welterweight division, presented to you by OnlyFans. Introducing to you first, Fighting out of the red corner, tonight he wears black and gold. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. His official weight, 163.8 pounds. Tonight, he makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, Canada, here is Nash, the Ghost Dedrick. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight, he wears black. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. His official weight, 165.9 pounds. He holds an undefeated BKFC record at 1-0. Fighting out of Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Here is Matt the Hawk Socholotiuk. And our referee in charge of the action, Blake Grice.
Blake Grice, of course, one of the best MMA referees in the world, making his BKFC debut in this bout. Calling these two Canadians up to scratch. Round number 1. Black trunks for Suckolotiuk from Quebec. Black and gold trunks from Dedrick. He is from Saskatchewan. There's the step-in right hand from Dedrick. Naked right hand again. Third naked right hand. There's the entry. See the head movement on the inside from Suckolotiuk, but good sequence from Dedrick. Dedrick lands a huge right hand coming forward. Now to the body, counter right hand, and against the flow of this fight, down goes Nash Dedrick.
And that might have been the first punch thrown by Suckolotiuk. Very good counter punch, good right hand.
There's the mandatory 8 count from Blake Grice, right back to it. Step in naked right hand from Suckolotiuk. 120 remaining, round number 1. Now Suckolotiuk to the body from the half-tie plum. Entry again on the clipping left hand. Half-tie plum held by Dedrick. Now the reset center circle, 1-2 from Nash Dedrick. Huge overhand left from Matt Suckolotiuk.
And Dedrick is just all offense. He's got to work on the defense. He can't keep getting hit with these bombs.
Stop! Listen, break, please.
Punch in the clinch, right back to it. 55 seconds remaining, round number 1. Half-tie plum again from Nash Dedrick.
Dedrick is landing some good body shots, but he's got to be careful with that defense.
Body head, that was clever with the right hand of Suckolotiuk, and that is knockdown number 2.
And I think that was body work that did that damage.
4, 5, 6.
You can see Dedrick is a game fighter. He came to fight.
Suckolotiuk is cut under his left eye. He has recorded both of the knockdowns here in round number 1. Big to the body, and that is knockdown number 3.
And that one hurt. You can see by the look on Dedrick's face. Struggling to get up. He's trying. He just cannot breathe.
The count of 10 reached. Just like that, Matt Suckolotiuk now 2-0 in BKFC.
And you can already tell Suckolotiuk just seemed very relaxed. He understands his sport much better because this was his second fight. Experience is everything sometimes, and that was the case in this fight. I mean, early on, Dedrick came out really looking to push the pace, land a lot of hard shots, was dominating the fight. Suckolotiuk was just waiting, and you could see the big right hand, just a wonderful counter, waited for the right time, and watch the body work. That was what, that right hand of the body, and then the right hand upstairs. Here's the final nail in the coffin. A hard punch. Right there, you can just look at the face of Dedrick, just the pain. He can't breathe. You could try to get up, it's not gonna work. I love it when you watch on TV, get up, it's easy. No, when you can't breathe, it's very difficult to get up.
Nash Dedrick in his pro combat sports debut was game. Great start to this fight off of scratch for Dedrick. Suckolotiuk, 3 knockdowns to the finish in round number 1. And Matt Suckolotiuk from Montreal, Quebec, here in Canada, now 2-0 in BKFC. He is most definitely now a welterweight to watch in bare knuckle fighting championship.
Well, Dedrick is going to go back and he's going to watch it. He's going to learn so much from this fight. There's so much about defense. What you have to do, you have to be offensive, but you have to be careful. You can't take these clean shots or it's all over.
We go to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Blake Grice, reaches the count of 10 at 1 minute 50 seconds into round number 1. For your winner by KO and still undefeated, undefeated, Matt the Hawk Socholotiuk.
Last time Suckolotiuk showed he could get up off the canvas to win a fight. This time he showed a lot of patience. He's maturing as a bare knuckle fighter, and I look forward to seeing this guy progress.
Matt Suckolotiuk told us in our fighter meeting, I have to keep landing the right hand. He most definitely did. Great start from Dedrick against the flow of the fight. The right hand to the knockdown, 2 more to follow to the knockout. Victorious by way of first round KO, Matt Suckolotiuk defeats Nash Dedrick. The BKFC return to Utah Friday night, September 6th.
What a night it is going to be.
Salt Lake City!
Big shot, there's the uppercut, power on the inside. That is the win for Christine Faria. Right hand knockdown, number 2. Big right hand from Sean Musselwhite. With the jab, right hand.
This is Bobby Taylor. He's one of the strongest guys in this division. If he lands punches, he is going to hurt you.
The electricity in this building is palpable. You are locked in for one of the best cards of the year. And we're live here from the River Cree Resort Casino in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. BKFC Prospects Series brought to you by Bucked Up, OnlyFans, Grunt Style Apparel, and Forged Irish Stout. And let's take a look. This is your OnlyFans exclusive look. Drew Stuve making the walk here into the River Cree, flanked by Ryan Ford. Stuve looked great in his first appearance and is looking to follow it up with another big performance. Stuve is an absolute beast and has found himself in the main event tonight, ready to take out anybody in his way.
My first fight went well. I finished the guy in 70 seconds. It was a bit of a weird fight. He was flying at me with hooks and haymakers. I prefer to fight clean and nice and have a pretty finish, but if I need to pull the dog out and I need to fuck you up, that's what I'll do. Sonny Smith, he's a fundamentally sound boxer, but he's boring. His feet are stuck in the mud. I have the speed. I got the power. This is my second. This will be this guy's fourth. And there's going to be no reason why BKFC shouldn't give me a contract.
Well, folks, if you want to be a part of the entire show tonight, including that main event, Drew Stuve taking on Sonny Smith, scan the QR code right now and get to the BKFC app. Get it tonight. Don't miss the entire show. It's a huge night here in Edmonton. Let's go to our next bout and your tail of the tape, brought to you by Forged Irish Stout.
To the middleweight division we go. Commanding Crawford versus Desharnais Mohamed.
Another strange one. We have Mohamed, who is 2 inches shorter. However, he possesses a 3-inch reach advantage. He's going to utilize to stay long, stay outside. Crawford is powerful in both ends, and he has to make a pay for it. Stepping close.
Desharnais Mohamed now set for fight number 2 in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. He has had 10 pro MMA bouts. Mohamed told us in our fighter meeting, entering this my second bout, I fully understand that I cannot have a feeling out process in this sport. I also fully understand now, Mohamed told us, I have to continually be first.
Stay aggressive, get into the pocket. He wants to throw more combos, use more angles, understands you can't sit back and wait. This isn't boxing, this isn't MMA, this is a whole new sport, this is bare knuckle.
Kurgo is the official betting partner of BKFC. Mohamed also told us in our fighter meeting, I feel that with my 10-fight pro MMA experience, I will have a big advantage in the clinch over my opponent, Kamani Crawford, but I have to be aware of Crawford's counters. I'm going to be implementing a fast pace, and I'm going to use that to negate what I think will be a heavy, fast pace from Kamani Crawford.
He wants to use a lot of straight punches. He wants to throw a lot of 1-2s right down the pipe. Double ones, a couple jabs, and get in with that right hand. 1-1-2, he feels like that's a good combination for him to land that power shot.
This is fight number 1 in BKFC for Kamani Crawford. He's 1-0 in pro boxing. Crawford, a very good amateur boxer here in his native Canada, where he compiled a total of 26 bouts. Kamani Crawford told us in our fighter meeting, I'm going to be aggressive with my forward movement, but I will be smart and move backwards if needed. I'm going to be accurate. I'm going to throw quick, snappy punches from the mid-range.
Sean, you talked about those 26 amateur fights. He feels like very heavy-handed. He had many knockouts, I think 12 in those amateur fights. And if you know much about amateur boxing, it's hard to knock anybody with big gloves, a lot of headgears with that. It shows you he is heavy-handed. He believes in that power, got to get in the right position, look for the knockout. All they have to do is land one good punch, and he feels like he is going to get that knockout.
Crawford told us of his opponent in this middleweight bout, Mohamed. I definitely respect his power, but I think he's overly relaxed. Crawford said, I think Mohamed will have a slow start. He will sit back. I'm going to be explosive. I'm going to take chances, open up, land heavy shots, and try to get the quick knockouts.
And you can hear the experience from those amateur fights. He feels like he doesn't want to overplan this fight. He wants to let the fight happen. Just react. Wait for the right time. Wait for the openings. He has enough skill to understand when the openings are there and then jump all over his opponent and knock him out.
Again, Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are set for the next fight of the night, scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the middleweight division. Presented to you by Forged Irish Stout. Not here to take part, here to take over. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight he wears red, white, and blue. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. His official weight, 175 1/2 pounds. Tonight he toes the line for the second time. Fighting out of Napa, California, USA, here is Dunsebe, Papa Midnight, Mohamed. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears black. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall. His official weight, 174.7 pounds. He holds an undefeated pro boxing record at 1-0 and tonight makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Calgary, Alberta, Canada, here is Kamani, the King Crawford. And our referee in charge of the action, Andy Social.
Dunsebe Mohamed told us, constant combinations on the inside. I have to keep punching and keep moving. Round number 1. Fire start off from scratch for the Canadian Kamani Crawford. He's in the black trunks. Dunsebe Mohamed, the American from California, in the American flag trunks to the inside. Heavy overhook from Crawford.
And this is a good strategy for Mohamed. He wants to get in and waste some energy from his opponent. Primarily a boxer, not used to this style of grinding it out.
This is exactly where Mohamed told us he felt he would have the advantage, but now coming forward is Crawford. Back to the inside comes Dunsebe Mohamed. There's uppercuts to the body and the left hand now for Mohamed. Heavy over the neck, Kamani Crawford. Good refereeing from Andy Social, letting this flow. This is a very active clinch. That's why you're not seeing the separation. You're seeing big punches from both men. Driving pressure forward now from Crawford.
And Crawford has to be careful. Like I said, this is not a normal fight for a boxer.
Now the separation from Andy Social.
That spends so much energy. You can wear the arms out if you're not used to this pace. A lot of boxers are not.
last 1-2 from Dansabe Mohamed.
That's what he said he wanted. Straight 1-2s, that double jab and the 2.
Big step in right hand from Mohamed. See, Manny Crawford's hands are extremely low. He's doing that by design, sticking his chin out, trying to bait Mohamed in for the counter.
Has to be careful for that double hand, that double jab right hand.
There's the right hand from Mohamed.
Mohamed would be smart to get in and wear his opponent down a little bit more.
Overhand left from Manny Crawford. Crawford down in the center circle. 20 seconds remaining, round number 1. We are in the middleweight division. Right hook, now coming forward, back on the counter, right hand from Mohamed. Crawford to the body, and there's the clinch from Dansabe Mohamed. Final seconds, round number 1. Big exhale from Mohamed. Tree hook, and you see Crawford pointing at his face. There's the 1-2 after the bell rider punch landed. Next up, round 2.
Excellent round. I really like what both guys did in that part. Mohamed did a great job early of making his opponent fight his fight, get in there, grind. A lot of boxers will do exactly what Crawford did. Grab and start winging punches, wasted a lot of energy. You can tell Crawford was a little tired after doing so, but Mohamed needs to continue to get in, grind it out, wear his opponent down. If you can wear the arms out of a better boxer, that makes for a very even fight. Mohamed landed a good counter left hand.
Enoch Cree Nation has authorized the Wyoming Combat Sports Commission to regulate tonight's bouts, and with that, real-time open scoring is in use, which means that the fighters and their corners will be informed of the 3 judges' official scores after every round, as will we.
2 of the judges gave that round to Mohamed.
Round number 2, the left hook. 1-2 from Mohamed.
And this is where, if I'm Mohamed, I'm trying to tie my opponent up again for at least 10 to 15 seconds, wear him out again.
Short left hook on the inside. Big swings overhand. There's a duck out from Mohamed. Huge swings from Manny Crawford. Bouncing against the ring ropes almost theatrically. More big swing.
I mean,
Manny Crawford told us, I will take chances to get the knockout.
Crawford is got to be careful. He might punch himself out if he continues at this pace.
Crawford most definitely taking chances right now. Gripping up Dansabe Mohamed to get the separation for referee Andy Social.
Mohamed needs to get into that clinch, wear him down a little bit more. Crawford needs to just continue to throw punches and land a hard shot just like he did.
That right hand getting through from Manny Crawford. 1-2 with his back against the ropes. Dansabe Mohamed coming forward. Right hand on the exit from Crawford. Crawford, again, more playfulness. There's the jab.
Mohamed kept talking about that double jab right hand. We haven't seen it yet. He's doing good with the 1-2. I'd like to see the double jab with that power right hand.
Crawford feels that he has the superior timing, superior head movement again. That's why he's sticking out his chin, keeping his hands low, hands high there, though, for Manny Crawford in the mid-range. Those punches not getting through from Dansabe Mohamed. 25 seconds remaining, round number 2.
And as Crawford is bending over at the waist, I'd like to see Mohamed step in and land with the body. You can't hit the head when it's moving. The body's always going to be there.
Clean 1-2 from Dansabe Mohamed. Again, the duck under from Manny Crawford. Crawford on the right hand. Momentum continues to swing back and forth. There's the check left hook landing. Double underhooks from Dansabe Mohamed to the bell as we move to round 3.
So these guys are throwing some bombs. This is an excellent fight. I do believe Crawford has to be careful. He's throwing everything into each punch. And we talk about it often. As a baseball pitcher, you only have so many fastballs you can throw. Crawford is throwing a lot of fastballs. That wears you out. If you land, if you miss, it doesn't matter. That wears you out. Crawford just waiting for the right time. Throwing jabs. Both guys doing their job. Crawford doing a good job of partially blocking those punches. They are getting through a little bit, but not letting enough to do too much damage. When you have a guy coming forward with the hands right in front, I like to see you feint, throw that feint jab and come behind that with a hook. It's like 2 of the judges have this an even fight. One of them have both rounds for Mohamed.
Round number 3. Dansabe Mohamed opens with a jab from the center circle, now takes himself backwards. Hands low by design, the switch of stances for Kamani Crawford.
So here's where Mohamed, he cannot just try and stay in the middle and make this a boxing match. Turn this into a fight. He's got a better MMA background. He wants to continue to push the pace, get inside, wears opponent down.
Left hook partially getting through from Crawford. Crawford to the body, that was fast on the jab. Crawford double jab to the head, overhand right. Mohamed now defensively trying to clinch, can't find it there. Back to the mid-range comes Kamani Crawford. Crawford on the right hand, more big shots. Mohamed to the body on the level change. Right uppercut, check left hook from Dansabe Mohamed. Left hand getting through from Kamani Crawford. Big swings again from Kamani Crawford. Mouthpiece out from Mohamed. Both fighters down to the canvas. This is going to be ruled a double slip by referee Andy Social.
And once again, if I'm in the corner of Mohamed, I'm begging, I'm pleading, tie this guy up, wear him down. What was that? I thought it was his mouth.
So did referee Andy Social. Something fell out. Andy Social quickly. Custodial duties got it out of the ring, and right back to it, and right back to it goes Kamani Crawford. Left hand getting through from Mohamed. Game Chris, you see Crawford, he's not tired. He might be tired, but he's been keeping his hands down low. So the hands low were by design. That's not fatigue.
He's trying to entice his opponent to come in so he can counter. It's exactly what that is.
Keep it boxing, guys. Keep it boxing.
Just heard the 10-second clack. Late here in round number 3. Momentum continues to swing back and forth. Kamani Crawford versus Dansabe Mohamed. Swing and a miss from Crawford. We move to round 4.
You can see the fatigue in both fighters starting to be evident at this point. This is where I feel Mohamed needs to get inside, use some of that dirty boxing style, that MMA background, wear your opponent down, wear the arms down, and then he can really take over on the inside and on the outside. If you're Crawford, you want to stay outside and continue to throw bombs the entire time. Because every time one of those lands, the judges see it. And a lot of times, you just see that was the best right hand landed for Crawford. And I'm really impressed with not only that right hand, but Mohamed's ability to take it. You can see 2 of the 3 judges now having a 1-point game. All 3 have it for Crawford at this point.
So that math equates to 2-1, 2-1, and 3-0. We know what has to do the fighters in their corners. More custodial duties from Andy Social, keeping the ring clean, keeping this fight moving. Round number 4. To the jab goes Dansabe Mohamed. To the mid-range comes Kamani Crawford. Crawford, that was clever. Dipped his head, left hand, now the right hand. Took those punches exceedingly well and throws the 1-2. Shuffle of the feet from Mohamed.
You can see who has the more pop, the more zip on their punches at this point. It's definitely Crawford.
Big right hand from Kamani Crawford. Andy Social telling Crawford, do not push. There's the left hand from Dansabe Mohamed, followed by the right hand. Swing and a miss with the left from Crawford. Tried to hit the Roy Jones Jr. like leaping left hook.
Mohamed is not throwing punches with enough intent. He's got to earn the respect of his opponent. He's got to throw hard.
See, smartly gripping up Dansabe Mohamed. Gets the soft warning from Andy Social, but he accomplished what he wanted, Chris, which was to get out of that sequence, get the reset. You see the playfulness now of Crawford. Standing still, chin high, trying to invite in Dansabe Mohamed to do this so he can counter. But those are clean shots landed by Dansabe Mohamed.
But Mohamed is not putting enough into it. Now he's starting to step it up. Now he's starting to throw hard.
Mohamed from the half tie block. Right hand on the turn from Kamani Crawford. This is a really fun fight. Both fighters continue to have their moments. Having a moment now, Kamani Crawford.
Mohamed better throw back, but they're going to stop it if he doesn't throw back soon.
Andy Social taking a really close look. More big shots from Kamani Crawford. Clever on the turn, almost hitting a wizard, Dansabe Mohamed.
They were close to stepping that. Mohamed.
Step in, jab. Now on the turn, almost turning his back, commanding Crawford. Crawford fighting and burst here in round 4, but effective burst as we move to the 5th and final round.
Well, it was that little flurry where Mohamed didn't throw back. I think it's going to cost him that round. That was very even going into that point. He's going to be down 2 points. He's going to have to get either a knockdown or a knockout. I would have to think. I'm not always perfect on my scoring, Sean, but that's what I would guess. Fantastic right hand by Crawford. Look at just hands down, inviting Mohamed to come throw punches. And that was a good little flurry for Mohamed. If he could have continued to push the pace.
Fifth and final round.
Mohamed down on all of the judges' scorecard. He has to get at least a knockdown to get a tie.
Kimani Crawford, here in his home province, Alberta, against the Californian Dansabe Mohamed. Crawford BKFC debut, second bout of bare knuckle fighting championship for Mohamed. 5th and final round underway. There's the check left hook for Mohamed. Now the jab to the body. There's the 3-2 and a big right hand. Crawford threw it naked. He landed, but there's a left hand getting through for Mohamed.
I mean, these guys have landed some massive shots, but neither got to go down.
Level change on the feint step from Crawford.
And I love the way Crawford, he just throws everything into each punch. He's up on the scorecard. He's still trying to go for the knockout.
See the hand fighting, check left hook getting through for Mohamed. To the body. Trying to snatch the overhook in turn, commanding Crawford. Crawford side headlock. That gets the separation from Andy Social. 105 remaining, 5th and final round. Big right hand. Crawford coming forward now from the half tie plug. To the body goes Dansabe Mohamed. The push away, almost a face wash from Mohamed. That threw the soft warning from Andy Social.
Mohamed needs, in those situations where he has his opponent turn, he needs to throw the hook. He has to hit him with a punch that he doesn't see coming. But Crawford's just tough as nails. He's not going to go down if he sees a punch.
Hard snap jab from Kimani Crawford. Heavy clinch again out to the body, Mohamed. See the physicality of both men. 25 seconds remaining in this middleweight bout.
Push, let's go, box.
Mohamed has to realize he needs to make something happen. He doesn't have much time. He's got to put everything in these last few punches, his last few seconds.
Looking for the roll under in the left hook as Crawford couldn't find it there. There's the right hand from Dansabe Mohamed. On the turn, left hand, counter right hand, another right hand from Crawford. Short left hand, right to the body, right to the head from Mohamed. And that ends a very entertaining fight.
So that's everything we wanted to see from both these guys. Coming in, banging, landing hard shots, taking hard shots.
You're with us live from River Cree Resort Casino for BKFC Prospects Series Edmonton, presenting commercial-free by Bucked Up Energy Drink.
Okay, now you need some boxing.
Crawford coming once again with his hard punches the entire time. I said it earlier, very impressed with both guys' ability to not only throw hard punches, but eat hard punches. Both guys took these shots like champs.
Our strike stats are presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink.
A lot more punches being thrown, or actually I should say landed for Crawford. They were fairly close on punches thrown. Much better percentage for Crawford. Head strikes almost 2-1 for Crawford. That's the story of the entire fight. I think he just landed more hard shots.
Hard fought, well fought from both Kimani Crawford and Donsabe Mohamed.
Good, brother. Hey, guys, let's go, better. Hey. Come on, get over here, walk. Woo. 15 seconds, gentlemen.
Chris, we saw, especially from round 3 on, Kimani Crawford fighting in bursts, but they were extremely effective bursts.
Well, I think the main difference was at the very beginning, Mohamed was able to get inside. When he didn't continue to do that, it made it Crawford's fight.
Here is Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we go to the decision, let's have a big round of applause for these 2 middleweight warriors. After completing the scheduled 5 rounds, our judges at ringside scored the fight 49-46, 50-45, and 49-46 to the winner by unanimous decision. Kimani the King Crawford!
A very good debut for Crawford. You can tell he's going to go back. He's going to watch this fight. He's going to learn exactly how to pace himself. Did very good in his debut.
4 rounds to 1, 5 rounds to none, 4 rounds to 1 from our 3 judges scoring ringside here in Alberta. Kimani Crawford entered 1-0 in pro boxing. He exits 1-0 in BKFC. The winner by way of unanimous decision, Kimani Crawford defeats Donsabe Mohamed.
And here's your OnlyFans exclusive look, our co-main event. What a hitter right there, Hassan Alghanim. Last time out, first round finish, an absolute monster. He is ready to come back and pick up win number 2, but it is not going to be an easy one because he has another undefeated fighter standing across that squared circle, that being Montana's Ryan Ibsen. He has that first round knockout power. A lot to be excited about tonight, guys. Scan the QR code. Do you want to be a part of it? Do you want to get the entire show? Scan the QR code, get the app, and yes, indeed, you'll have the full show and so much more. A lot to be excited about, even coming up into October. Just announced that is a massive title fight. Pun intended. Vacant cruiserweight title on the line. Chris Camozzi, Sawyer DP, and we're doing it in the Rockies. BKFC Denver, October 25th. Certainly one you don't want to miss. Going to be a fully loaded card. October 25th, Camozzi and DP. A lot to be excited about. You got the big first round finishes, and then you just got a war here at the River Cree, here on the Enoch Cree Reservation, here in Edmonton. What a night, and so much more to be excited about, including that crazy main event with Smith taking on Stuve. Don't go anywhere, folks. More to come.
Why pay over $100 a month for cable when it's half the cost for Fubo TV? Get all the channels you want. Breaking news and live sports. Entertainment for the whole family. Rated #1 in customer satisfaction by J.D. Power. Try free at FuboTV.com.
Something that I work on throughout my camp. It's called the Raja. It's super key for me. It's really helped me.
My name is Dr. J.R. Rivera Dehenia. RASHA stands for Reciprocal Antenna System for Holographic Activation. Key benefits that athletes can receive is stress relief, relaxation, reduce inflammation, less performance anxiety. If you're interested in upgrading your performance, come visit us at therasha.com or our Instagram at Rasha Revolution.
In the cruiserweight division, Caden Giroux versus Trevor Bosniak. You see the numbers? They are presented by Grunt Style Apparel.
Giroux with a slight 3-inch height advantage, but it's that 2-inch reach advantage he's going to want to try and utilize as much as possible because Bosniak has power in both hands, wants to get inside to use them.